All right, let's look at this equation that we have to solve for x. So we're going to draw our river, which means that we're focusing just on this side of the equation because this is where our variable is. So we want to get x by itself, which means we need to get rid of this 5.4. And since it's being added, we're going to get rid of it by subtracting 5.4 on both sides. So we're going to go ahead and do that on this side, and what happens here, of course, is they cancel out. That's the whole point, right? So we're just left with x by itself, which is good. We come over here and we need to go ahead and think about what this really means. So leave change oppositing gives us this. It gives us a positive 2.3 added to a negative 5.4. So your little wheels start needing to be turning in that head and asking yourself, does this mean that we add them or subtract them? Well, the signs are different. And when signs are different, we find the difference, which means we subtract. Now, the problem with the way that it's written right now is we can't put the smaller number on top and the larger number on the bottom. That's not how we subtract. So we're going to have to flip-flop it somewhere where you have some room. I'm just going to do it up here. So 5.4 is going to come on the top, 2.3 is going to come on the bottom, and now I just line up my decimals, and luckily I don't need to borrow or anything. I have enough just to do 4 minus 3 is 1 and 5 minus 2 is 3. So my answer is going to be 3.1, but I got to make sure that I have the correct sign. So we ask ourselves, all right, out of these two numbers, which one would win the tug of war? Well, 5.4 is going to be a heavier number and it's going to be negative, so that means that our answer is going to be negative. So I'm not done yet. I've got to make sure that this works. So I'm going to plug this bad boy into my parenthetical promise. I think right now that x is negative 3.1. Now I actually do the work. So I say, all right, I've got negative 3.1 added to a positive 5.4. The signs are different. You know, this is negative, that's positive. When signs are different, we subtract. And I need the bigger number to come on top here. So 5.4s need to come on top. The 3.1 is on the bottom. I'm going to subtract. 5 minus 3 is 2. I'm going to write 2.3 here, and then I ask myself, what sign should it be? Well, in this case, the 5.4 is the heavy hitter, bigger number, whatever you want to call it. It's going to stay positive because the 5.4 is positive. Now, this little arrow simply is there to remind you just to bring that number down. And my final thing is to ask myself, does this make sense? Is this a true statement? And 2.3 is definitely equal to 2.3. So I know that I'm right, and my solution for x is negative 3.1.